What up, what up, what up, everybody? It is Lonnie here. It is November 30th. We are looking at the end of the month, end of the week, kind of looking at the week ahead and week behind. Let's get a little recap going. The labs are exhausted. We just got back from a walk a little bit ago, and now it's time to jump into the charts. Here's just a little bit of an outlook on TXC, and I kind of wanted to step back and kind of start from always kind of the beginning. And I always like plotting this trend line to make sure that we're maintaining this positive direction. I plotted this down one as the resistance. So we have support, green, and this red line is our resistance. It is just kind of signifying where the downtrend is. Because we're at the end of the month, a hot topic of discussion that we're going to be seeing is the path to 16. So far, TXC, it was 10 out of 10, hitting these goals that are based on the mining shares sold and the liquidity gained from those to put back into the market, and hopefully the market will accept the price. All year long, the market has accepted or exceeded the goal, as we see with this. End of June was supposed to be the 99 cent. And end of June was $1.33. 30% over the goal. End of July was supposed to be the $1.39. And we're looking at $1.74. End of August, $1.95. And we saw end of August, $2.80. August officially met the next month's goal, and that kind of started a domino effect of a lot of excitement on the investment side. TXC's got it's kind of a three-headed dragon in what's going on with in determining its value. The overall project itself is valued based on the mining shares and the mines being built with the funds from these mining shares. The mines are going up. The mines are being built quickly. There's 8 more containers that are en route to be built. Another mine station is going to be wrapped up here in the next couple of weeks, probably by Christmas, maybe even sooner. Conroe's doing really well. And the mines that are being built with that from the mining share stakes is creating this project that is valuable, and the reward is daily distributions to the people who are partaking in that. The market side of it is where the capital comes from outside investors, also from inside investors. If you are really, really excited about the project and you see the success in it. Since the mining portion is capped in what you can buy into, and it's also limited into certain chunks that you have to do. You have to do $1,000 at a time. You can actually invest into it and buy coins individually, which is helping support the project as well, supporting that value. And you could do that as for any amount. The cool thing is that now that it's getting on these U.S. exchanges, you don't have to try to do a larger deposit because you have to go through multiple hoops and steps to get money into the market to be able to buy. You have direct access now with a debit card or with a bank transfer straight in. And if you wanted to do, start putting in $5 to $10 a day and start skipping Starbucks and buying TXC instead of a Frappuccino, you could really build up your holding of coins, which is also building up the value and supporting the value of the project. You're also getting day traders and even just swing traders or trading in general. Even for investors, people obviously are going to come in and buy only, and that's great. Even investing, it's okay to sell and take profit because that you are selling to a new investor and a new trader who's coming in for money. And that circulation of money is continuing to increase the value because money needs to be in motion for these bigger capital investors to come in or just bigger investments in general to come in and support this project, is they want to see the money coming and moving around. So if they ever do need to get it out, hypothetically say somebody came in with a $10,000 investment, but they made profit and they want to be able to take $5,000 out for another project or temporarily or for whatever reason, you don't want to crash the market and lose all your profit. So this volume that's been increasing over here, 24-hour volume up very big. Yesterday was not a good day volume-wise. Day before, 750,000 was phenomenal. I think out of this last week we had, let's see. So we're looking at December 1st. It's accrediting a 619. That's carrying over from now. 614 for yesterday. 383 or 387 was the down day. 756 on the 28th. Very exciting day. 275, 532 on the 26th. That was a very exciting day. So over 500,000. That is good volume for the size that TXC is, and the volume is building. And look at these days of growth. And the crazy thing is if we come over here and check out the volume on the exchanges this week, WEX, they added another exchange, WEEX, and it's not listed here. Whether it be that CoinMarketCap or WEX hasn't reported, or because it came in midweek and it just hasn't updated, whatever reason, there's actually more volume going on and some trades going on that hasn't hit the kind of the ticker. So excited to see that come in and create more value and more enticing to new investors. But as we're kind of zooming in here, again, I want to get on the hot topic of the path to 16, because I think from what I've seen on the Telegram discussions and on the social media posts, that there was a little bit of confusion on what it was. And unfortunately, I think a lot of that came from, one, people hearing what they wanted to hear and then expecting it to be true. And then two, there might have been some misleading comments made to create excitement in order to get people on board. Right now we're seeing some of those guys push back, and I'm hoping that we can reassure them, letting them know that although this is the first month that it did not exceed its goal, there was technically a couple of days in here where in November it was at this price. So while I didn't finish above, it did hold into November, hitting that 527 on November, and 530 was the high on November 2nd, and November 1st was 534, also in that range. The profit taking was there, and there wasn't enough buyers to combat them. We came back, found the support of the investors and the buyers, and we're building to a path back up. The new resistance point that we're fighting with right now is this whole dollar number 4. I want this one to be orange because we're going to get over it. So when you're looking at resistance points and price action of these projects, along with the patterns, and that it will be distinguished on the way down, on the way up, that you'll see, the market's going to always follow patterns. Another thing is the psychological element of humans. Whole dollar increments and stuff that ends in 5 or 0. So $5, $10, $15, 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents. All these areas are psychologically in our brain as points of interest automatically. It's in our nature. We can't fight it. So that's why $4 has become kind of a point of interest. And as we zoom out, we see that there's a lot of action around here. Even before in the parabolic move up, this was kind of a launching point that created that momentum. So we're looking on the other side of it. We're trying to get back over into that stage. This breaking point, which looks like if you follow kind of the daily marker on there, in the next week or so, we're going to test this resistance from this downtrend from the previous profit taking. And now that we have a little bit more positive momentum and we're gaining new exchanges that are bringing new investors, new outside capital. We also have a newfound momentum as we're building up. Momentum down, obviously, compounds with more downward momentum, but now we're building upward momentum. We can come into here and get into that tighter kind of last week or so, last 2 weeks of November. And let's see, we can see, I can see it because it's just something that I tend to always see, but there's a parallel channel in here of price, I bet, is this one. Let's make this a different color as soon as it lets me. We'll make it yellow. So this wick down, touched the support, came back up, and then came through. It also had right in this point right here, around that price action farther down, tiny body, big wicks on both sides of it. So to me, this is a point of interest. We have a double wick that touched this. This is a point of interest. This was support. Now it's resistance. So that is what that line is representing. Now let's do one more. Let's come, we're going to have to scoot over a little bit so we can click on this wick down here. And then let's see where we found some support. We could use this wick, which seems like it's cheating a little bit. We could even come to this wick, and we can see what I was talking about, that this channel that we're in, that is getting tight right here because of this resistance, but it was tracking to come test this, is that parallel channel. We are looking at getting into a steeper price action, which I bet if I would have extended those, let's go into a daily one just so we can clean this up a little bit. And we will see. No, I don't see it. I was going to see if there's any indication of a breaking point up here other than maybe this one. This is going to get these lines to be a little clouded, so we're just going to kind of see that. That touches this point again. This resistance and this resistance here on this wick intersected with this downtrend, which just confirmed the big sell-off. So that one's not relevant to the uptrend that I'm looking at, but just can confirm that this 530 level, 528 level is going to be a point of interest on the way back up. Looking for points of where we could see this is a very large body candle, big move that day. If we come over here and do the horizontal way on the short term, let's just come to the top of it and do another one at the. Let's just do the body of it because we already have these ones through the wick. And what I would look for as a trader and an investor, I want to buy along this line. I want to buy, as long as we're above this line. 379 was the previous month's liquidity injection, so this is going to be a support line. Anytime that I can buy around here, great buying opportunity. But I'm looking to buy above 4. So if I ended up buying at 4 or even 390 or 405 or whatever, there's going to be a point to take some profit at 415, and then it's going to have to come back and probably retest for a support before moving up into this channel and looking for 470. As another range bound, we see a big wick here in the middle. So as we continue through this horizontal channel, as a trader, I will probably be looking at some type of action in here. But again, the cool thing for me with TXC is I can take these positions a little bit more risky, not in the regards of losing, but I'm not looking for as much of a move down as I just want to gain a little bit. So if I buy 100 and then I sell, I want to buy back and I want to buy 103 or 104. Grab a couple more coins, because right now it takes almost a week to get 4 or 5 coins. So if I could make a single trade and also earn 5 coins, now I'm doubling my my yield of coins, or more. So that's kind of how I look at it. Is when I make trades, I'm trying to accumulate coins. So as long as I gain a couple coins, I want to get back in, because I'm bullish on the direction of TXC. And because it's kind of in this smaller micro liquidity pool, these moves are pretty quick and sudden. So the patterns are not quite as established. So don't try to be so specific on 415, 443, 470. They're ranges. They're areas that if we see the momentum kind of stall, take a little bit of profit, let it come back down, get support, buy again, and then see it move up. If we see it stalling at one of these points, also, if you're trying to push the price and you see it at $4 tomorrow or Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever, and it's kind of sitting there at $4, and you want to see it move up to the next leg, gotta buy it. If you want to see 16, you have to buy 4. If you want to see the price go up, you have to be okay with buying its price to continuing it. Again, it's not financial advice. I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do with your money, but this is a unique opportunity to, one, if you were wanting to practice trading, there's a great opportunity that you could practice trading in this, is because if you ever buy and it doesn't break above and it does pull back, you just have to hold as an investor for a little bit. And if you're like me and you have the conviction and the belief that TXC is still going to go up, that's okay. You just have to hold for a day, or go make money somewhere else and then see if you want to get some more and get your average back down. There's just so many opportunities with this project. It is really cool. I love being this early in it, even though there's a lot of people who are sitting there like, oh, I wish I was in last year, because then I'd have my money out. And if you look at it that way, sure, every opportunity will always have had more opportunity if you were in the beginning. But there's also more risk in the beginning. When you jumped in the beginning, you might have been checking in to make sure your money was there and the thing didn't disappear. TXC is very much past the point of pump and dump and run away. So now it's just building a strong foundation, building the mine, building the project that is going to create the value. Excited for what could be in this downtown digital dollar of phase 2. And that's the excitement that's going to catapult this price action and start jumping it up as people start seeing that this is real. It's not going anywhere. These mines are being built and developed to be able to support a strong network. This network is going to be in place and hit the milestones in that. Texas is a great economy to be investing in. That's how I kind of see it. I'm in Nevada, so I don't have a Texas is my homeland stance on buying into this. I look at it as Texas is a booming economy that is going to be big, and I could definitely see this being utilized within its economy that creates a bigger value. So again, I'm a miner, I'm an investor, and I'm a trader. And I just want to take a moment before I sign off on this. And thank everybody who's been supporting and watching and giving me the good jobs and thank yous. But even more, I love hearing the stories of the people who never traded before or who never invested before and didn't know what they were doing, but they got a little bit of confidence, whether it be with the Pionex bots in creating one of those, or actually placing trades or buys and some sells whenever they need to in the market themselves, and building their own wealth. A little background on me, not a financial advisor again. I'm not certified in any of this. I didn't go to school for this, so if anybody wants to give me a little blowback and tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm all ears, because I am self-taught. And if you challenge me, you're gonna make me go validate my opinion and belief more, and I'm gonna go learn to make sure that I do know what I'm talking about, because I really like this stuff. I've been following markets for 10, 15 years. I've been teaching what I know and helping people understand both equities, the stock market, these chart patterns, the investment value, how dividends work, how stocks work, how calls and puts, buying gold and silver for the markets, the iShares, the ETFs. I'm no expert by no means. I'm no guru. So please call me out and tell me something I said is wrong, because I'll go research it more. But that's what I do. I love talking about this stuff, so I'm really glad to see that the little bit of light that I have shed has helped people themselves get confident enough to make the moves themselves, because the 401k systems are built to just bolster the stock market, and you're letting bankers and institutions get rich on your dollar. Your dollar goes a lot farther if you're in control of it, and I think everybody deserves to be. So crypto is a great way to invest. TXC, I think, is a spectacular opportunity as a project to not only invest in, but to trade in and to be part of the mining community. And there's plenty others out there. I'm not going to sit here and say it's the best that you have to be in, but no need to miss out on a great opportunity. And we have came back into a price range that allows people who originally missed out on this to maybe see it again. If you have any questions, if you have any opinions, if you have any advice, I'm all ears. I'll make these videos better if you guys continue to like seeing them and listen to me ramble. I should do all these off the top of my head, not scripted. I don't have anything other than an idea of what I want to talk about. If you guys have any other questions on any other projects, I don't mind jumping in, even if I'm not involved in it. I like doing the research, so give me something to do. Go make me go look up the charts and patterns and stuff on other ones. If you like stocks, I love talking stocks too. AI and data centers are a big hot topic right now, and I'm pretty heavy in those as well. And the crazy thing about those is they cross over into crypto, which is kind of where a lot of my insight with TXC and the mining stuff is kind of came from, is because of that kind of crossover of what's going on right now. So the world is definitely moving towards this, and so got to pick and choose our opportunities of where we want to put the money in and make some good investments. But let's make money together. And again, if you have any opinions, advice that you want me, or questions, or specific stuff you want me to get into, comment, message me, tell me. Friction creates fire, and let's get burning on this.